morning, everybody. We are here today to continue our discussion as we have been privileged to be on here from my .md program, online program. We started this program early this year on the 7th of January 2024, and we declare that there is health for all. And therefore, also by implication, health is wealth. Nobody can claim to be wealthy without being in a good state of health. And we started this by attempting to define health, and we embraced the definition as put together by WHO, the World Health Organization, in 1948, and that states that health is a complete state of physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely an absence of disease or infirmity. We proceeded from there to talk about the determinants of our health. The various determinants of our health that we highlighted, such as the socio-economic factors, the environmental factors, the personal characteristics and behaviors, the genetic factors, the available technologies, the infrastructures, all this put together and they intertwine to determine our state of health. Then we proceeded also to discuss the levels of our healthcare system so that we can be abreast or informed at the various levels that are there, the primary, the secondary, the tertiary, and the quaternary level of healthcare. Then the levels of disease preventions. These are the various levels that involves the roles of governments, the roles of individuals, the roles of communities, the international communities, that helps to prevent the onset of diseases, to reduce the impact of diseases, to soften the impact of diseases, such as in rehabilitation, so that people can live well and move. Even when they fall ill, they can return back to the state of good health. Today, like I said, we are now ready to talk about the silent killers. Why are these called silent killers? These are health conditions that goes on within bodies of individuals without their knowing it, because they do not present with any symptoms that will enable them to know something is going wrong. That's why they are called silent killers. People carry this kind of health conditions for a long time without knowing it until it becomes so advanced and challenging to handle. And at the end of the day, it leads to jeopardy and takes people out. That is what we don't want. And that's why we are on here, to let us know that there are conditions like that and we need to do something. We do not need to wait for symptoms to appear. We need to avail ourselves the opportunity of checkups with our providers, so that whoever is having high blood pressure, it will be discovered early. Whoever is having diabetes, the sugars will be checked. Whoever is having cancer, it will be discovered early. Whoever is having osteoporosis, it will be discovered early until it gets to a bad situation. So these common silent killers, as we know it today, are hypertension, which is commonly and generally known as high blood pressure; diabetes, which is technically known as diabetes mellitus, but it is simply referred to as diabetes, a condition in which the blood sugar is so high and it could go on and complicate many organs in the system, such as the heart, the vessels, the eyes, the kidneys, the brain, and this leads to very severe complications and could even lead to amputations. It could lead to death, many morbidity. The other one is cancers. Many people carry cancer in their body without knowing it. For instance, the breast cancer. Most of these cancers, if you get them early enough, they could be taken care of. They could be cured. For instance, the breast cancer. If we do annual mammogram, even the self breast examination, annual mammogram, it could pinpoint, could discover, detect early onset of any cancer of these cancers, and immediate intervention remedy will be put in place, and the person will be able to go back to original state of health. Prostate cancer is the same. Some people may not have what the urinary symptoms that people always expect, and until they do their PSA before they could have a suspicion that something is going on that may connect or relate to prostate cancer. So there's need for us to avail ourselves the opportunity of screening facilities that are available, and take advantage of this so that we can ascertain our state of health. The other one is osteoporosis. Osteoporosis can affect anybody, but this is more in women, especially when women get to the menopausal stage. Osteoporosis can go on without notice until people begin to have things like pathological fracture. They hit their leg on the stool, which ordinarily should not lead to a fracture. Fracture could result from there because the bone density is so weak. This is what happens in osteoporosis. As we go on, we shall be talking more in details about each and every one of these conditions, because we want to live. God expects us to live because He has declared that we shall live and not die, and so shall it be. In Jesus' name. We'll talk to you more about this as we go on in the next episode. Thank you for listening.